Alright, gotta fix everything here. Apply. Okay, boom. Done. Alright. This is April 15th, 2022. Emergency coverage here of what seems to be a significant supercell right now, as a tornado emergency has been issued for the city of Walnut Ridge here in Arkansas. So tornado emergency has been issued. This is for Black Rock and Walnut Ridge. All right, tornado emergency has been issued for Walnut Ridge. I've been gone for a bit. I had to do some stuff, but there is now a tornado emergency. Tornado emergency here for Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. All right, if you're just tuning in right now, this is a tornado emergency right now. If you know anyone that lives within any of these areas here, Walnut Ridge, as well as Black Rock, all right, there's already reports of damage over here. Confirmed tornado on the ground west of Black Rock and Lawrence Highway 210. All right, this is a large and deadly tornado. Large and deadly tornado that is formed off of the significant supercell that is just formed out of thin air. All right, so this is a tornado emergency that has been issued. Tornado emergency that has been issued for Walnut Ridge and Black Rock. Tornado emergency. Guys, we need to spread this information with as many people as possible. I know this is on short notice. All right? But this is a tornado emergency. All right, this is, just to prove that this isn't a rerun. This is April 15th, 2022. It is 8:04 Central Standard Time. All right, I wasn't even able to do the bottom screen graphic. This is a tornado emergency here for Walnut Ridge here in Arkansas, as there is a significant tornado in progress right now doing damage. Significant tornado doing damage. It has already impacted Cherokee Valley. It has also produced softball size tail, over 4-inch size tail. And it has done significant damage. We also have a video here. I shared it with my Discord server. I gotta find the video here. There is a significant wall cloud, and then there is reports of damage here. I'm going to show you the video. Here is the video. The said video in question. You can see the wall cloud right in front of us. And then down there, you can see the tornado. It's kind of tilted on its side, but you can see where it is right at my cursor. That's the tornado. That's the tornado in progress.
Approximately around Saddle area right now.
So once again, this is a tornado emergency that has been issued for Black Rock. If you live near Black Rock in Arkansas, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions underground or lowest innermost part of your building. I'm going to see if I can try and rotate this. I'm going to try and rotate this so you guys can kind of see. Transform, rotate clockwise, boom. All right, there is the tornado. There is the tornado. You can see it extending all the way down to the ground.
You see the straight up and down vortex. That is the tornado on the ground, approximately around Saddle area.
New tornado warning.
I want to zoom in on it.
Tornado warning for Southwestern Greene County in eastern Arkansas,
lightning. I'm going to say it's rain
County
wrapped.
in eastern
That
Arkansas.
is a large tornado.
Yeah.
Go get me your phone.
Oh, you can see the edge of it here, possibly. It's hard for me to control as to, whether or not you guys can see, but you can kind of see the edge of it there, maybe.
It is a large tornado on the ground. I'm videoing it right here from the bluff at Big Creek, on Big Creek Road.
Jonesboro just got a tornado emergency. Is that true? Let's go back. Yeah. Tornado emergency has been issued for Jonesboro. Wow. Tornado emergency has been issued for Jonesboro already. Tornado emergency has been issued for Jonesboro. So there's already been reports of damage. Yep, that is a new tornado emergency for Jonesboro. Out ahead of it. I'm going to see if I can get traffic cameras for this, but guys, we need to share this information. We got to continue to get this information out to as many people as possible. By hitting that thumbs up button down below, you actually help me get this information out to more and more people on YouTube. All right, we got to continue. This is a deadly situation that is ongoing right now. We have a tornado emergency, and we need to spread this information with as many people as possible. All right, copy the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so that way we may be able to get this information out to more and more people. All right, that is the big thing here. We are trying to get information out to more and more people here, and we have a large and extremely dangerous tornado, according to the National Weather Service, that has already done damage. This has already done damage. Yeah, this is really hard to tell as to what exactly is going on here. I want to see. It might be easier if we use the Memphis radar here. It's probably better to use the Memphis radar, because we have a lot of contamination ongoing with the radar at the moment. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the tornado. Tornado vortex right there. Goodness gracious, the radar. It's just, there's so much contamination right now at the moment, but that's a lot of inflow. Yeah, and right back in there, either it's hail or that's the tornado right within that general area. I mean, this is a significant situation, guys. This is a significant situation. Yeah, this is going to be almost impossible for us to be able to determine, because you guys can see here on radar that we have very high values of reflectivity. I'm going to try and get my Epic Pen up and running, because my Epic Pen, for whatever reason at the moment, does not want to function. All right, but basically what we've got going is we got a lot of contamination. We've got some 3-body hail spikes here. We got some hail spikes, which basically means that there is so much hail falling from this storm that it is impacting how the radar views this storm. And we can take a look at the maximum expected hail size. We can see that it is in the pinks now. All right, we are above the red. We are now in the pinks, which is 3.5-inch sized hail with this tornado, with the tornado. All right, once again, this is a tornado emergency that has been issued for Walnut Ridge, Arkansas, and Jonesboro, Arkansas. All right, if you are in Sedgwick, Walnut Ridge, Bono, Jonesboro, and Brooklyn, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation and significant hail as possible. All right, because even if this thing isn't producing a tornado, although it is, because we have so many reports of the tornado, all right, we got to heed the warnings very closely. Let's see. We're getting more pictures from this here of the same storm. Very low wall cloud here, all right? We can't exactly tell as to where the tornado more than likely is at, because here's the base more or less, and then there's the very low wall cloud right within there. I'm assuming within the wall cloud somewhere is the significant tornado. Of course, you know, it's very close to it, but this is a very deadly and dangerous situation. Once again, all right, this is an ongoing situation, all right? Breaking news that there is a tornado emergency, all right? Tornado emergency that has been issued for Walnut Ridge and Jonesboro, all right? Areas near Walnut Ridge, Sedgwick, Bono, and Brooklyn here in Arkansas, all right? If you're just tuning in here right now, tornado emergency for those areas in Arkansas. I'm going to try and get this up to date here for you all. There you go. So now you guys can see. I'm actually going to put this down here so that you guys can actually have that right there. That'd be perfect. But we do have a significant supercell producing over 4-inch sized hail with a history of over 4-inch sized hail. And the potential of a tornado ongoing right now. We do have reports of the tornado being confirmed. I'm going to try and see, because Becca actually got us the site back up here. We all love our sky cams. I can't tell too much with that. We'll be able to see something from Jonesboro here in a second because this storm is heading off towards Jonesboro. But look at this significant storm. Look at the high reflectivity values. Very high values. We're also going to get a scanner in the background here. We're going to get into scanner, listen to damage, try and report, see what's going on. Once again, this is a tornado emergency, all right? We have a tornado emergency here. If you're just tuning in, we have a tornado emergency here for portions of northeastern Arkansas. This includes areas in Walnut Ridge, in Sedgwick, and in Jonesboro, all right? We've had reports of a significant tornado as well as over 4-inch sized hail with this storm as this continues to move on through. So if you guys know anyone who lives within these areas, you need to tell them to go ahead and take their proper precautions underground or lowest innermost part of their building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. I want to mention here real quickly, all right, if we use correlation coefficient, it's not going to help us. It is not going to help us figure out as to where the tornado is because not only does the low correlation coefficient pick up debris, it also picks up hail. It picks up any other values that isn't rain. It looks at the densities, the particles of what's falling from the sky, and that includes the larger particles. So if there's larger particles, larger clumps of solids that are falling from the sky, including hail, it'll show up as a low correlation coefficient, and across the board, we're going to be seeing a lot of hail that is represented with this. So it's going to be very hard for us to tell as to where specifically from the correlation coefficient there is a tornado. But if I had to guess as to where it could be, I have a pretty, that's actually not an honest guess anymore because it just showed up as another thing here. So from the looks of it, it's very hard to determine right now as to where it's at besides inside the inflow notch. So we got to continue to use it here based off of what the supercell is showing us. And you can see this massive hook here that is present. Massive hook here that is present with a lot of hail being slung around the general area of rotation. And this is definitely something to where it is impacting Walnut Ridge right now as we speak. All right, Black Rock, there was already a confirmed tornado on the ground west of Black Rock. All right, they've just, they didn't really just confirmed it, but they confirmed it here about 15 minutes ago that there was a tornado on the ground over there. There has also been some reports over here in Cherokee Village of homes damaged and cars destroyed in Cherokee Village, as well as a wedge tornado on the ground and golf ball sized hail moving through Hardy. And then we also had reports of a tornado on the ground near Ravenden as well. So this tornado has continued to move on through, and now it is all the way through into portions of Walnut Ridge. And that's the reason why the National Weather Service has issued a tornado emergency for these areas. So if you're just tuning in, this is in northeastern Arkansas. All right, this is a supercell that has produced a large tornado, and this is continuously going to, survive as this continues to move on through. And so if you know anyone who lives in Walnut Ridge, Sedgwick, Bono, and Jonesboro, all right, I highly recommend you go ahead and tell them to take their proper precautions underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornado as possible. So let's just do, all right, real quickly before we do anything else, let us read what the National Weather Service just updated here for us. At 8:13 p.m., Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Walnut Ridge, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Walnut Ridge and Sedgwick. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, deadly tornado. Law enforcement has confirmed it. Let's see. We're going to have this in the background. Here's the text for the impacts. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. All right, so if you are in Randolph and Lawrence counties, as well as areas over here in Greene and Craighead counties, all right, there is a confirmed large and destructive tornado located over Walnut Ridge at this time, as well as producing over 4-inch sized hail. 4-inch sized hail. All right, so if you know anyone who lives within these areas, you need to tell them to go ahead and get into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. If you're in Sedgwick, go down south on 63 right now. If you're in Sedgwick, go south on 63 right now. all right? Because this significant storm is continuing to move on through. Look at that, guys. 79 dBz. That's got to be one of the highest I've ever seen on stream here. That's got to be one of the highest values here I've seen on stream. One of the highest values of dBz, reflectivity, with all of this large hail, all right? Significant hail. Oh my goodness, the correlation coefficient is picking up so much hail. This is some significant amounts of hail that is being dropped, and that might even be, you know, there could even be a tornado somewhere within this too. That's the scary thing, is that not only is this thing...
OEM1 dispatch on fire channel, I'm just checking your status.
All right, they're just checking status there.
OEM1, we're good. I believe it's blown over us. We're not sure what kind of damage we've got. We've still got hail and rain going and winds, but they're not as high as they was.
Good copy.
All right, they're just checking in to make sure that everyone's all right. This is a significant storm here, guys. Significant storm. Once again, if you're just tuning in here, we have a tornado emergency for Walnut Ridge and Sedgwick, as well as Bono and Jonesboro. All right, so if you know anyone who's over there, I highly recommend you copy the link to the live stream, you send it to them, or you tell them to go down south. All right, this is a significant storm that the National Weather Service has issued a tornado emergency for, okay? This is heading to the south and east. This just went through Walnut Ridge right now, all right? Regardless if this thing did produce a tornado in Walnut Ridge, although there has been reports of damage in the previous instances of this supercell existing from Cherokee Village all the way down to Black Rock, all right? It just went through Walnut Ridge, and now it's going to continue to head towards Sedgwick, Bono, Brooklyn, and Jonesboro, all right? So, guys, copy the link to this live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so that we can continue to get this out to as many people as possible. And by hitting that thumbs up button down below, you actually help me get this information out to more and more people. Just by getting out a full screen for 2 seconds and hitting that thumbs up button down below, you help me get this out to more and more people. So please be sure to do that if you haven't already. I want to take a 3D of the supercell here right now to try and see what's going on with the mechanics of the storm. Maybe I can try and figure out maybe where the tornado could potentially lie. This is a heck of a supercell. That's a heck of an inflow notch too. Look at that, guys. Basically how a supercell works is, if you can imagine this cave right here being the mouth of a thunderstorm, all right? This is basically inhaling all of this warm, moist air and energy in the atmosphere right now, and it is eating it more and more and is allowing it to expand, intensify, continue to do all stuff that thunderstorms and tornadoes typically do. And this is a significant cell right here. I want to actually take a look. Oh my goodness, that's an inflow notch with nothing but hail. That's an inflow notch with nothing but hail. That is an inflow notch with nothing but hail. I'm looking right now. Oh wow. There's some footage right here on the side. This is live, or this was live. Oh wow. This is from Michael David. Michael David. All right, this was what he caught. That was near Walnut Ridge. Let's go back to the flash here. Right in there, somewhere, that's a really low lowering right within here. That could potentially be a shelf or a wall cloud somewhere within there. Very difficult to tell, but that's where the tornado would be if there was a tornado on the ground. We'll watch it a couple more times here. The orange one showing a ton of lightning. Can't see anything tornado-wise. All right, I'll keep that up. I'll watch it. That is a heck of a cell right there. Oh my goodness. If there's anything else you guys find on Twitter, please send it to me so that I can continue to get information out.
ProMed dispatch, we copy. We're going to be en route.
Copy, be careful.
Wow. Yeah, that's the first time I think I've ever seen an inflow notch with nothing but hail, guys. That's the first time I've ever seen an inflow notch with hail on a 3D.
Copy.
That is absolutely insane. I want to go to see the highest values. Oh my, wow. And then you can even see the teal, the sky blue colors with the significant hail. That is insane. This supercell has it all, everyone. This supercell has it all. All right, it's producing a tornado. It's producing very large hail, over 4-inch size hail with this. All right. And it's already done damage. Report here in Walnut Ridge right now of cars flipped over Highway 67. So this thing is still going. This thing is still going right now. Still a significant tornado in northeastern Arkansas. All right, that is another report of damage. Another report of damage. Another one. This thing is still going. Very significant storm. All right, so if you're in Sedgwick, Bono, Brooklyn, and Jonesboro, all right, you need to go right now. You need to get in your safe space right now. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and this significant tornado and the very large hail. This thing has, wow. That has over 80 dBz. That's 81 dBz. 81 dBz. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. This thing has everything. That's one heck of a supercell. All right, regardless if this thing is producing a tornado or not. All right, which we hope that it's not producing a tornado anymore, although it is producing a tornado. Which is the reason why there is a tornado emergency for Sedgwick, Bono, Brooklyn, and Jonesboro. All right. This thing, this supercell right here is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Has a large hail spike with this. Large hail spike with this. Guys, once again, we need to continue to try and share this information with as many people as possible. All right, copy the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. That way we may be able to get this information out to more and more people. All right, because that's the entire thing here. We're trying to get this information out to more and more people. All right, that's what we are trying to do. So if you guys can continue to take this information, all right, spread it. You guys are helping me get this information out to more and more people, all right? By hitting that thumbs up button down below, all right? With 1,500 people right now in the chat right now, if you can imagine everyone spreading this, we can reach so many people. We can reach so many people here to try and get this information out, all right? That would be greatly appreciated, especially with what's going on right now. We're starting to get closer to that camera. We're starting to get closer to that camera. That's south of Bono. Oh, wow. We're starting to get a really good shot here. We're starting to get a really good shot. Oh! It's over there. It's right there. There's the edge of it. That's part of the wall cloud, maybe a tornado somewhere right within there. Oh my goodness. It's right there. It's right there. Holy crap. It's hard to say where exactly the tornado would be, but the edge, probably where the wall cloud starts, is right there. And that's a significant lowering. Oh my goodness. So if you're just tuning in right now, tornado emergency for areas near Bono, Jonesboro, and Brooklyn. All right? If you are in Bono, if you're in Sterling Springs, if you're in Brooklyn, if you're in Jonesboro. All right? Either get into a sturdy structure right now. No mobile homes. No mobile homes. All right? Because if you're in a mobile home, you are not safe. You are not safe from this storm. Okay? You need to get into a sturdy structure and get underground or in the lowest, innermost part of your building. All right? If you are in a mobile home and you are in Brooklyn or Jonesboro, go south right now. Need to go south right now. Because that's the only way you're going to escape this storm. This storm is producing significant hail on top of the potential of a large and destructive tornado, according to the National Weather Service. That's what they're saying here. There's already been reports of damage. There's already been reports of damage in Walnut Ridge, of cars flipped. Cars flipped on Highway 67. All right. So that's what this storm can do. And there's also been reports as well of over 4-inch sized hail with this storm. Just a reminder, this is in northeastern Arkansas. Northeastern Arkansas. All right, we're going to go back over here, show you. Here is the storm. We're starting to get a little bit more rotation with this thing. This thing is starting to develop a little bit better rotation. But this supercell right here, guys, look at this supercell. Big hook, a lot of rain being wrapped around towards the bottom of this. Inflow unimpeded right in there. Right in the middle, right about there is where the tornadic rotation would be. Sorry for blinding everyone. Let's actually create that to darkness so that way it's not blinding anymore. This is a significant storm, and it's now starting to approach Jonesboro and Brooklyn. All right, so guys, we need to get this information. We got to continue to get this information out to as many people as possible. Once again, copy the link to the live stream. Put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All right, especially if you know anyone who lives within these areas. All right, take this live stream and give it to them. Or just tell them, get into their safe space right now. All right, Brooklyn, Bono, Jonesboro, in their safe space right now. All right, by hitting that thumbs up button down below, actually, you help me get this out to more and more people on YouTube. That's how YouTube's algorithm works. If you help me spread this with more and more people, all right, if you keep interacting with the channel, you help me get this out to more and more people. All right, so please, we got to continue to spread this information because this storm is heading straight for a big populous area here in Arkansas. Vehicle in a ditch. Vehicle's been pushed off into a ditch. Oh boy. Very significant winds here. Very significant winds. Let's go back to the camera. Oh my goodness. Here's the horseshoe. There's the horseshoe. So on the northern side, somewhere over here, that is where I'm anticipating the tornado to be if there is one. And this thing is approaching the web camera. This thing is racing across to the web camera right now. So if you're just tuning in, right now, this is a tornado emergency. All right, tornado emergency has been issued for Brooklyn, Jonesboro, Bono, and areas around that and areas north of that. All right, if you know anyone who lives in Brooklyn, Jonesboro, or areas north of Jonesboro near Sterling Springs, Etna, as well as Pleasant Grove, Farville, Walcott, and New Hope, you need to get in your safe space right now. Underground, or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation and very large hail as possible. Yeah, this thing is starting to consolidate again from velocities. From the velocity perspective, this is starting to come into view from the radar. A lot of turbulence here. A lot of turbulence in the inflow notch too as well. Very volatile storm right now that is continuing to press on forward.
Attention AET, need you to respond to the turnout by double D's for a car in a ditch. Female is stuck in vehicle.
Female stuck in vehicle. People are stuck in vehicles. That's the report that just came in from the scanner. People are stuck in vehicles. This thing is still a tornado emergency, is it? Yep, tornado emergency for Southwest Greene and Craighead counties. All right? Let's read this, all right? I'm going to read this here. This is official from the National Weather Service here right now. Tornado emergency for Southwest Greene and Central Craighead counties. A tornado warning remains in effect until 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Southwestern Greene and Central Craighead counties. At 8:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado is located over Fontaine or near Lake Frierson State Park. People are out of power. A lot of power outages over there. Moving southeast at 45 miles per hour. Cars have been flipped off of Highway 67 and Walnut Ridge. They literally put a text in here that said, yes, cars have been flipped. Cars have been flipped. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that might be the dagger. That might be the dagger. That might be the tornado right there. There's the tornado. I actually think that is the tornado. There's the wall cloud. You see a significant lowering on the bottom side. That's the tornado right there. So you have visual evidence right now. Visual evidence. Visual evidence that this thing is more than likely close to being on the ground or on the ground right now. All right. Tornado emergency includes Fontaine and Bono. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. So this is a tornado emergency. Tornado emergency that has been issued. Yeah, there would be where the lowering more than likely would have been. Ooh. That's really interesting. And a new area of rotation right here that's developing on the side as well. New area of rotation. This storm is very surface-based right now. Very surface-based. A lot of turbulence surging into the storm right now. You can see a huge wave of turbulence. Areas in the grays is, very low, to minimal turbulence. Oh boy. Wow. This is a picture from Ryan Stuck. Ryan Stuck. Here's a picture. You can see big time lowering, more than likely tornado existing right within there. Right within there. There's the tornado once again. So guys, we need to continue to spread this information. This thing is still going. This thing is still going. All right. And we got to continue to spread this information with as many people as possible. Let's go back to the camera. That's Google Earth. I do not want Google Earth. Stop it, Google Earth. You do not want Google Earth. There we go. The camera might be too far away now. Are we able to look north with this camera? That's a western view. That's not a bad view, so that'll be something to watch out for. That's an eastern view. That's an eastern view as well. So we'll just have to pay attention to this camera. We'll come back into this here in a second. All right, but once again, this is a tornado emergency that has been issued for Jonesboro and Brooklyn. All right, so if you are over here in Brooklyn, all right, Brooklyn, Arkansas, you need to take your proper precautions right now. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and this significant tornado as possible that is not only doing that, but producing some very large hail. Look at this. The pinks over here indicate 4-inch sized hail. 4-inch sized hail within these areas. All right. So if you're in Brooklyn, if you're in the central to northern portions of Jonesboro, you need to get in your safe space right now. All right. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation, or in this case, tornado, as possible. If you guys find any more stuff, please send it to me. Please send it to me on Twitter, all right? At Nate_Snyder, so that we can continue to get this information out to more and more people. New tornado warning just got issued.
Tornado warning for Southwestern Greene County in eastern Arkansas, eastern Craighead County in eastern Arkansas, northeastern Poinsett County in eastern Arkansas, west central Mississippi County in eastern Arkansas.
Thank you. Be safe.
All right, so there is not, the new tornado warning that just got issued is for the same cell. It is not a tornado emergency. It is not a tornado emergency at this time. Trying to see here if I find anything. Oh, wow. Here's another picture of the possible tornado that's moving on through towards the Jonesborough area. Look at that. The lightning illuminating this lowering area right here. It's something to watch out for very closely, all right? Because if that is the tornado, all right, if that is the tornado, it's going to be heading straight for Brooklyn, just to the northern areas of Jonesboro, the northern parts of Jonesboro. And then eventually after that, we have to start thinking about Lake City, too, and Moneto. All right, Lake City or in Manette. So if you live near Manette, Black Oak, Lake City, Brooklyn right now, the immediate vicinity of Brooklyn and areas north of Jonesboro, you need to get in your safe space right now. All right, underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation or even tornado as possible. This is from Michael Davis again. Michael Davis from NEA Chase Team on Facebook. Let's see what he's got. Oh, what is that? What is the edge of that? Was that a power flash? Holy crap. Look at that, guys. Whew. Oh my gosh. Once again, that is from the storm that was tornado emergency twice. Yeah, this was near Bono, heading towards Brooklyn. That was the cell that was heading towards Brooklyn. Velocities look like they're trying to consolidate a little bit more. I'm going to take storm motion. That's not really helping. Using basic velocities is probably going to help me here. Once again, this is a tornado warning, all right, that has had a history of being tornado emergency. All right, we've had numerous tornado emergencies on this same cell. That might be a tornado back there, too. That might be another tornado. Possible. It's right back in the hail, though, so it's almost impossible for us to be able to see. But that could be another tornado that is off near State Highway 141. All right, this is now approaching Brooklyn right now. All right, the new area of rotation is developing, and it's approaching Brooklyn. So if you're in Brooklyn, Arkansas, if you're north of Jonesboro, all right, the southern portions of Jonesboro, you guys are in the clear right now. Southern portions of Jonesboro, you guys are in the clear right now. It's areas that are north of you or north and east of you in Brooklyn along US Highway 49. They are not. They are currently being impacted by the storm. So if you guys are over there, you need to take your proper precautions right now. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation, maybe even numerous tornadoes as possible, because we have two areas here. We might actually have a little bit of a left flank velocity enhancement here with this storm, with the northern one. That could be something tornadic. That could be a tornado there. And there's a lot of spectrum width with that too. So there actually is a tremendous amount of turbulence, maybe even a second tornado very far off to the north from this thing. So that's going to be something to monitor here as this continues to get closer and closer. Velocities on that look to have shrunk a little bit more.
6502, dispatch.
All this here, all this low correlation coefficient, all right, this is being contaminated because of the hail. So we're not able to tell as to whether or not this is all debris at this time, all right? So there is no debris signature right now that we can see because of all this contamination, because of all this significant hail. All right, look at this. Look at all the hail here. All right, and so what's happening here is because of all the hail, it is actually tampering with how the radar views the storm. Did this storm actually split? I wonder if this storm split. I think this storm might have split. I think this storm actually split. Interesting. I think it might be starting to shed a little bit of its storm characteristics. That's the good news if that's the case. But this is basically making it so that it is very difficult for us to determine as to where the tornado could be due to the fact that the storm is basically putting up a cloaking device. All right, that's what's happening here right now. It's basically putting up a cloaking device because of all this hail. All this hail is tampering with the radar. All right, but once again, this is a storm that still technically has a tornado emergency, but it also has a new tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm producing a tornado with golf ball sized hail.
Ladder 1 dispatch, we're going to be clear from there, back in service.
I want to see here if I can get Craighead. I want to get a Craighead. I want to get a Craighead scanner up now. Arkansas, Independence, Lawrence, Craighead. There we go. Jonesborough Fire. Public Safety. Get that up right there. Yeah, this thunderstorm, I think, is starting to split, so it's starting to shed pieces of itself off. Oh. That is, yeah, numerous cars. So it's not just cars, it's numerous cars that have been flipped on Highway 67. That's insane. Yes, the sun does affect the weather. So guys, once again, we got to continue to try and get this information out to as many people as possible. I'm going to have the scanner on in the background. Hopefully this gives me an idea as to what's happening on the ground right now. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's twins exactly right next to each other, but I think the same storms could be potentially producing two tornadoes. That's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing. Or at least it probably just did produce two tornadoes. Jeez.
502 to 111.
Yeah, right now, just to prove that this is all live right now, all right? It is April 15th, 2022. It is 9:46 Eastern, 8:46 Central. New tornado warning has been issued. According to the National Weather Service, looks like it's not on the ground at this time. Wow. Yeah, I appreciate, I'll get to all the super chats and donations here later on. I want to focus until this storm completely goes out, but to all the people who support the channel, you know, and subscribe and stuff like that, I'll get to that after the coverage here in a bit. But I appreciate I appreciate everyone who supported the channel, subscribed, and all sorts of stuff like that. All right, I'll get to that in a bit. All right, I apologize for putting that stuff off. I'm kind of focused on this thing here as of right now. Welcome to the madhouse, Morgan.
Go ahead. 885 Zebra Mary William. 885 Zebra Mary William.
So, what happened?
So the thing of it is that Little Rock, while I was in church, issued a tornado emergency for Cherokee Valley. That's extreme northern.
So was I.
Yeah.
So was I. I got in the car and looked and I said, what?
Yeah. There was reports of damage to the front of homes and cars, as well as spotters reporting a wedge on the ground. As it
Are there
traveled,
any photos?
There's been a few on Twitter that I've retweeted if you want to go, look for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That actually is a good point from Jordan Hall. Look at that. That's the, this is from Jordan Hall here. You saw from the live stream that we were looking at earlier. There's the edge of what could potentially be the tornado. That could have been the circulation that was wrapped over there, but it definitely looks like there was a wall cloud over here on this side. But yeah, there definitely could have been something over there. Would not be surprised.
That looks so scuddy. What? That looks like Scud.
I just retweeted another shot for you to look. Region 8 News has just been evacuated. All crew, reporters, and anybody inside the building has just been told to leave the studio, to go take shelter, as a tornado may hit the news studio. All right, that is over there, I believe, in Jonesboro. They have been told to evacuate.
10-4 Johnson. Said he was born in 87.
Yeah, Jordan Hall does make a good point. That's the tail of this thing. Why?
Jeez. Yeah, this thing is splitting. This thing is shedding off some parts of the thunderstorm. That's the good news. This thing might be trying to weaken more and more as this thing continues to shed. I don't want any drama in chat, guys. We got to focus on getting information out to more and more people. Once again, if you're in Lake City, Black Oak, Manette, and Caraway, you need to get in your safe space right now. All right? Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. Very large hail out in front of this thing, too, that is falling from the storm.
4-inch hail earlier?
Yeah, there was reports of almost 4.5-inch size hail, too.
That's
This
not
thing also had 81
legit.
dBz.
What environment is doing this?
I'm guessing it's large amounts of lapse rates, but I was looking at it earlier. I was like, what is this doing now? Ironically, this thing is actually now heading into a higher caped environment with still stable SRH. 200 SRH from 0 to 1.
It's gonna take a while though, because it looks like there's crap firing in front of it, so it's probably gonna get disorganized as well as it's splitting.
The other, yeah, I was about to say, the other thing that I've noticed is that this thing is continuing to shed parts of itself as it continues to move on through. So that might be the only good thing, but regardless, I mean, there's a tornado warning with a storm with a history producing a significant tornado.
79 dBz's.
It was actually at 81 earlier.
Where earlier?
It
Oh
was-
my gosh.
10-4, they're talking 49 north around Carriage Hills area at the moment.
I mean, this thing,
Why can't we have nice things?
this thing is just going.
One day. One day.
And there could have been a time to where this thing actually produced 2 tornadoes at the same time here. There's like to the due north of Jonesboro, there was a cell near not interstate, but State Highway 141, and then approaching Brooklyn, maybe something that formed over there to where it could have produced 2 tornadoes here within this storm. But velocities have been very hard to use.
I love the fact I'm going back on it, and I'm trying to use everything I can to identify if there actually was a tornado, possibly.
Yeah.
And ZDR is not helpful in the slightest.
ZDR and CC
It's
is not
all
helpful. Everything is the hail is literally putting up a cloaking device. No joke. It's literally putting up almost like a cloaking device because of all the stuff that was over there.
I found one spot that might have been a tornado earlier, but other than maybe up by Imboden, I don't see
right
conclusive evidence to say that there would have been a violent tornado ongoing. I don't.
From radar?
And
no, you wouldn't be able to because other chasers are saying it was. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing the same picture of the tail being scuddy.
Black Rock police reported twin tornadoes were on the ground. Black Rock police reported that there actually was 2 tornadoes on the ground over there.
I find it... Tornadoes, I believe. Violent, I don't know. I find that hard to believe. I believe there could have been tornadoes from this thing at one point. Like I said,
that's what I said, Morgan. That's what I said until the first video that I saw. And I'm going to show this to everyone here on stream again and send you the link as well. It's sideways. All right?
That's great.
The first video that I saw kind of changed my mind a little bit. I was like, all right, this thing might actually be a little serious. And I'm going to change my screen here sideways as well so that everyone can see this too.
On the ground.
I'm going to switch, transform, clockwise. That way you all may be able to see it here. This was the tornado. You can look here, right there. Right there is where the tornado was.
That is the tornado on the ground.
You retweeted that one also, didn't you?
Yeah. Area right now. I want to zoom in on it. It's associated.
And you can see the edge right there on the side.
That is a large tornado. Go get your phone.
Maybe. That still. Okay, first of all,
it moved like one.
Giant hail. Second of all,
you can't see hail in that picture. All right, that's right there.
I can see it coming. It's probably partially. It's probably part of what the whole thing was in that video.
No, you can't see hail like that. Hail doesn't appear as as dark condensation. That's not how hail works. You either reflect it as light and it becomes bright, or nothing.
That's where the tint on it comes from. There's a little bit of a tint I see on the left side of it. I'm
but that was where
show it right now.
But that was where the rain was. That was where the rain was. That dark image was the tornado.
This is about to split into 3, by the way.
Yeah, the storm is split off.
Northwest and east, south thing.
Wow. Yeah, right now, guys, we're debating as to whether or not which spots where the tornado was actually at, and like whether or not it actually was a thing. Because believe it or not, guys, I was actually skeptical of it at first too. As soon as I saw tornado emergency, I was like, what? And, then I started to look into it, and I was like, well, I haven't seen any videos yet. I haven't seen any videos of, like, a tornado that I'm typically accustomed to and seeing that told me that stuff was doing. And then I heard, well, news reporters are reporting damage, significant damage in Cherokee Valley, or Cherokee Village. And reporters also had, stuff across the board.
I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the damage from the hail was more extensive than the damage from the tornado.
Could be. I'm not sure if this is true. Hold up, let me look down here. Because that might be the 2 tornadoes right there.
Southern extent is strengthening again, 74 dBZs.
This is another view right here. This is another view right here. Potential 2 tornadoes on the ground at the same time with this video. You can see a big bowl funnel right there with condensated rain right in the middle of it. And then you see another questionable area over here on the side. I don't know. I need another lightning strike that's within that area. Yeah, that's a tornado right there. This, it's harder to see.
There's at least one, and I don't know about the satellite, though.
That may not even be a satellite.
Satellite's kind of inconclusive.
Yeah, that's hard to say. That's very hard to say, but that definitely looked like there were 2 tornadoes in progress during that time. My goodness.
That's low.
That's
how they look at.
I don't get it. There's...
Oh my goodness, look at this hail here, guys. Look at this hail. Very large
Are
hail.
you looking at the Cape Hog post?
I'm looking at the JC Harris post that...
Oh, well, I have a photo of tennis balls to baseballs here, and I
Oh
will,
my goodness. Send that to me.
I'll shoot it your way here.
Yeah, I was looking to see... I'm not sure if that video was from the actual stuff. Yeah, I knew that video looked familiar. So that actually is not a video of the stuff. That actually is not the two tornadoes. All right, that didn't actually happen today. Good call, chat. Because I was looking at it, I was like, you know, that looks very familiar. And that's why I kind of pondered on it. That was actually from December 10th.
I'm on 18 about Needham. I'm going to go check on Lake City and Black Oak in that area, but it's starting to hail pretty hard.
Good stuff, chat. Because I knew that video looked familiar. I was looking at it for the longest time. Oh, this thing's developed an outflow boundary. The outflow boundary is going outside of the storm now. All right, so now it's impacting Lake City and Caraway and Bay. All right, so now this is starting to appear to gust out a little bit more. We still have a very large hail core at this time. Maybe something trying to extend on the bottom side, but it's just, this storm is giving me a headache right now with how this thing is progressing with itself.
Go ahead. Did it go between Brooklyn and Farville?
Nate, this thing's got 75 TBZs again, north of Truman.
Yeah. But this thing is developing an outflow boundary. So if you're in Lake City, Caraway, Black Oak, all right, Rivervale, and Etowah here in Arkansas, all right, you need to get in your safe space right now because this significant storm with large hail is starting to move on through. It looks like they just canceled the tornado warning.
They did.
I think this
replaced
thing
it with
is...
They placed it with a damage destructive for baseball-sized hail.
They replaced it with
severe
a
thunderstorm, a damage destructive severe thunderstorm warning for baseball-sized hail.
So that's the highest
for the areas of Caraway, Rivervale, Etowah, and Kaiser, as well as Victoria.
And that's on the higher end of severe thunderstorm warnings, too. That's the highest end severe thunderstorm warnings.
The highest end. No tornado possible tag though.
Which I actually kind of support too, because right now this cell is a mess. But this thing is producing...
not right. If it's gonna tornado again, it won't be now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Although I find it extremely difficult to see it tornadoing again in its lifespan. There's just too much stuff out ahead of it. It is also 10 o'clock.
Yeah, chat. Some people just do that for clout. They try and put out, you know, just videos to try and get as much popularity as possible. That was one of them.
Which video?
The twin one.
The one from side?
Yeah. No. It was the twin one.
Who?
The twin tornado one.
Yep. From who?
The whichever. I can't remember because I've unretweeted it. I tried to dodge it like the Matrix after one. Yeah, the one I was showing
on stream.
Yeah.
We'll make my way around over there. If you get anything, just holler at me. One of the channels I've got them all on. Also, tell you Porsche's without power. I'm sure you're aware.
You did unretweet it.
Jeez, this thing just went up and higher with the hail. 3-inch size hail, 3.5-inch size hail with this. What's the actual wording from the National Weather Service with this storm?
The wording is a severe thunderstorm was located over Lake City, moving southeast at 40. Large hail was reported in Brooklyn with this storm. This is a destructive storm for southeast Craighead County. Hazard baseball-sized hail per radar indication.
Yeah.
People and animals outdoors will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive damage to roofs, siding, and vehicles.
Do I think other storms are starting to steal the energy in this environment? I kind of, but it's to an extent. What's happening here right now is the environment with this, with the wind shear, with the photographs in the atmosphere here, is favorable for storms to split. All right, and so the storm is constantly shedding itself more and more. You can't use a VWP.
Do you have a VW? You can't? Are you sure about that?
I mean, right now you're starting to get closer to Memphis, but
You're closer to Memphis.
couldn't.
You're close to Memphis now. You're 2,800 feet from the radar.
Only issue
Excuse me?
Only issue is your boundary is north of that, which is what this thing is riding. This thing's riding the warm front.
Well, yeah.
I need to get up another picture or another radar of GR2.
Central is completely off the roadway. I'm going to go back and assist 104 while he's still out there. And then
I'm going to get a radar in Little Rock. By the way, the tornado watch that has been issued for this area is 40-30 probs.
Did they issue it as this thing was ongoing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Dude. Check your sort. Okay, I'm going to reiterate. I think it's possible that there was a tornado. I find it hard to see it violent.
Check north of Searcy. Oh, what is this cell doing? That's another supercell.
Is this the severe thunderstorm warning for Bradford and all?
Yeah. I want to get a new... I want to go to Little Rock to try and see it a little bit more.
Oh, it has some rotation too.
Yeah, it does have rotation. So that could be another cell that's trying to develop something tornadic here.
Oh, look at ZDR.
Oh my goodness. Very heavy amounts of rising motion. That's crazy right there. So, just for reference here as to what's happening today, all right, if you are in the dark green or in the yellow, you are the only ones getting impacted today, okay? If you're in the light green, don't worry about it. General thunderstorms, okay? But if you're in the green or if you're in the yellow, all right, you guys are in the main threat here at this time, okay? That's the reason why I'm going to be talking more about, you know, areas like Oklahoma, southern Missouri, central to northern Arkansas, as well as western Tennessee and northwestern Mississippi, that general area. Oh, that VWP is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of lightning.
I'm going to try and work on something here real quickly here, guys. Give me a second.
Want to know what else is crazy? Is the fact that the cell is about to merge again, and it's going to turn into a giant blob of hail. That's likely what the outcome of this whole thing is going to be. Outflow boundary is only going to save it so much.
Oh, that's pretty surprising. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy here, guys. Absolutely crazy. With what just happened here. Just now. But yeah, the storm north of Searcy is still going, still here, still alive. I'm going to continue to watch out for this, but we're going to go back to that other cell that is over... that produce the tornado emergencies. This thing is starting to get more DBZ, higher amounts of DBZ now. This thing is starting to try and continue to intensify more and more. But a lot of hail within the storm. A lot of hail within the storm. Very heavy amounts of hail. And correlation coefficient. Wow. Correlation coefficient in ZDR just tells me everything. All right, there's so much hail with this thing. There's a reason why this thing has a severe thunderstorm warning with a damage threat destructive tag on it. This thing has been absolutely insane. All right, now since we have no more tornado warnings right now at the moment, okay, I'm going to start shouting out the people who have been supporting the channel. Really does mean a lot. Vasily with the 5, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Southern Grace and Beauty with the 1, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Vasily again with the 5, thank you so much. Hedge with the 2, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Says rainfall rates. That's a good question. I'm actually curious myself. Very heavy amounts of rainfall up near the Viola areas in Bakersfield in Missouri. So that's interesting. Alex with the 10, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Says that's what the blue reflectivity meant. Nasty looking inflow notch carrying hail. Yep. Oh, 100%. Jay with the membership, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And then Vasily again with the 20, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Everyone say thank you to Alex and Vasily. Really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much.
Let me answer. Let me see if I can pull up my exact location. What crossroad I'm closest to.
Does Sweeney sound about right? In between Sweeney and the church?
That's a heck of a storm that really just fired off across the board. So still we have some significant stuff here that is ongoing at this time with large hail, not just large hail, but potentially a new supercell that's trying to develop here near Grand Glace. I want to take a 3D of this to try and see what's going on with this here. Want to try to pull something up here. Give me a second. Pull that up there.
Oh my gosh. If this thing actually tornadoes again, I'm going to lose my mind. Look at the
Oh, look at that inflow notch.
Nate.
I'm looking at the inflow notch of the smaller cell. Yeah, this thing has the potential to try and do it again. This thing has the potential.
Are you talking about the one near Bradford or the one up by?
Yeah, Bradford.
Oh.
Or it's like the one
Well, I'm
north
looking
of
back
Searcy.
at Riverdale.
Oh, wait. Is this Bradford? Hold up. Yeah, Bradford.
Look back up by Riverdale.
Well, I will in a second, but this thing has a heck of an inflow notch with this thing right now. Yeah, velocities are going to continue to de-alias until Kingdom Come. So that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing for probably ever and ever. So probably Cersei. Probably Cersei. That's probably what it's pronounced like. Yeah, let's go back to this.
So unbelievably messy.
Caraway cell. This thing is starting to wrap around again. It is trying.
Although
Caraway,
actually, the way it just started to wrap around, it might absorb right back into the actual core of the storm.
Jeez. Caraway, Etowah, and Rivervale. If you guys live over there, you guys need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, because this thing has some very significant hail on it. All right, softball-sized hail is the hazard here, according to the National Weather Service. That's what they're saying. Softball-sized hail. So if you guys know anyone that lives over here, you need to tell them to watch out for this very closely, because there is some extremely large hail. If there's any videos that you guys have, please be sure to share it with me, especially large hail and stuff like that. That is a heck of a shot there. But we had a bunch of stuff here. This is damage from the hail. So if people are asking, well, does hail do damage? This is damage from hail, guys. Damage from hail along the side of the house. You see all these holes these holes here on the side of the house, and you even see broken window here as well. This right here is damage. This is damage from hail. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I just saw you, I just saw the retweet on Twitter. The windows blown out? Yeah, they are. I just actually
That's
saw that.
I think that's all hail.
Jeez.
That's all hail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at all the holes.
Mm-hmm.
This is some more hail over here in Jonesboro.
Question. Look at the lip on the roof. Was it coming sideways?
Yeah, it was.
That makes me wonder.
I wonder if it could have got slung around the RFD. You know, the RFD pushed it. Oh, that selling carway is getting more turbulence. This thing might try and go again. I don't. Look at the way it's been, look at the way the rear flank downdraft has been moving. It's about to go right into the core of the storm. That's what this, photograph favors. Yeah. It's hard to find. This thing also has rotation in upwards of 22,000 feet. This thing might try and go again. Huh? I don't higher than that, frankly, but I find it hard to believe that it's going to be able to produce, particularly at this state, because of all the crap out in front of it as well. But who knows? It does still have that outflow boundary moving through Rivervale. Yeah, that's something that we need to watch out for very closely. I'm going to try and see. I'm going to listen to Jonesborough Fire, because the other thing is not helping too much. KLWX, we'll move that over there. Is it over? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We're expecting this thing to continue, or this event to continue, all the way through until the latter stages of the evening right now. I'm gonna try and see if I can find any more pictures here. New tornado warning. New tornado warning for this cell. They issued a new tornado warning. There it is. It's exactly what I anticipated here.
Tornado warning for Southwestern Mississippi County in eastern Arkansas, Central Tipton County in western Tennessee.
Oh, this is heading into Tennessee.
Lauderdale County in western Tennessee.
It's about to hit the border, you know.
Wait a second. Wait a second. We can still use the cameras. It's going along. It's gonna go. It's gonna cross over 55. We're gonna be able to see this thing. Hold up.
No, you have to bank on lightning strikes. But frankly, there is a lot of that, so you're probably fine.
There's only one camera.
Where is it?
It's south of Burdett. It's looking south, though, so it'll be looking through the RFD. But it's there's no other cameras near this thing.
Yeah, the RFD just... The half of the RFD just got absorbed in the main thing.
Yeah, some sort of spin up over here near Etowah. Would not be surprised. So if you know anyone who lives over here in Etowah, Victoria, Kaiser, anyone along I-55 here in Arkansas, all right, there's a new tornado warning that has been issued. All right, new tornado warning that has been issued here for anyone along I-55. All right, Osceola, Grider, Marie, Kaiser, Etowah, Victoria. If that sounds familiar to you in Arkansas, you need to get in your safe space, underground or lowest innermost part of your building. Okay, so guys, we need to continue to share this information. We got to continue to get this information out to more and more people. All right, copy the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so that we can continue to get this information out to more and more people. By hitting that thumbs up button down below, you help me get this out to more and more people on YouTube, essentially helping me spread the information, because there probably could be a tornado that's trying to form here. It looks like the outflow boundary, Morgan, is starting to go into the inflow notch. So I think this thing is actually swallowing the outflow, getting out in front of it. We could be seeing a new tornado here in a second.
Yeah, well, it's also important to note that half of the RFD just got swallowed by the main cell, and the actual radar products itself will not be helpful in trying to determine whether or not this is down because of how much hail there is, for one, and for two, the environment that's around it. So it's a very strangely shaped storm. It's not a classic supercell.
Well, the one thing that I'm gonna say, Morgan, is that if you're gonna try and use the knowledge that we've learned to try and figure out as to if
Not
there's going to
relevant.
be a long-lived tornado or whatnot, velocities and whatnot, it's not gonna help. All right, RFD surging in, not gonna help in this instance. All right, because there's probably at this point there is going to be a lot of quick spin-ups, or if anything, we could see a cell that has broad rotation the entire way through and continue to spawn satellites and stuff like that. That could be the situation that we're dealing with right now with how the RFD has been surging on through. But that information is not really going to help in this instance. And we just have to hope that, this supercell doesn't produce anything else. But we got to continue to try and get this information out once again. All right. That's the main reason why we're on here. The main reason why we're trying to get information out. And if you know anyone who lives near Etowah, Kaiser, Victoria, Marie, anyone along I-55 here in the eastern portions of Arkansas, all right, we got to go ahead and get this information out to as many people as possible. Copy the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so that we can continue to spread this out with as many people as possible. And by hitting that thumbs up button down below, you actually help me get this out to more and more people on YouTube, essentially helping me spread information. All right, that is the big thing here that we're trying to do. We're trying to get this information out to more and more people. Let's go back to the other cell here real quickly. The one that's near Bradford. And oh, what in the world is this thing doing?
Considering several followings, at least on my glance.
I'm considering several followings. We're looking up 4,500 feet. Why is this thing
also kind of looks like it's starting to split.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's not conducive for tornadic development, at least right now.
I don't know, Morgan. I think that outflow boundary is starting to surge a little bit more. Because I can see it bow out within the latest frames. If you go back, I downloaded all the frames prior to me going, and continuing here with Little Rock. That's kind of what it looks like right now. It looks like the outflow boundary is starting to bow out a little bit more, which means that all that moisture is going to be channeled along that outflow boundary, sent right into the supercell, which is probably the reason why, this thing is trying to do what it's doing right now. That's what it looks like to me at the moment. But we do have, once again, the other tornado warning here.
What?
What are you whatting about?
Look back at the tornado. Look at the southern flank of it, the southwestern flank.
It's contaminated to all get out. Why?
I'm just referring to the little mini hook inside the hook.
Yeah. That right there is...
Also, do you want to note that there's additional convection developing to the west, and it's going to be going right into the storm, so the storm's probably going to get choked soon as it heads across I-55.
Maybe. Let me see what's happening here.
Look at all the stuff that's developing north of Memphis.
Only thing that I gotta say with that is that there's been weird situations to where the smaller storms have merged with the supercell, and you got brief spin-ups along the entire time we had merged, a new merge and a new merge and a new merge. All right. That's the only thing that I gotta watch out for.
I love the GR2 algorithm. It's showing a TVS for absolutely nothing near marked tree. At least it was.
Jeez. ZDR and CC still tell me there's so much hail. Luckily, the maximum expected hail size has gone down quite a bit. I still have not heard a single peep from Jonesboro fire.
It's probably a good thing, Nate. Either that or the thing is down.
Dyersburg right now is all right. Well, a lot of the broadcasts have been like not saying anything, which is weird. Because like it's like there's no one on frequency. And you would think there would be people on frequency because these thunderstorms are moving on through, of course. You know, there's even reports from local news stations that, you know,
evidently, but
like, well, I'm not even talking about the tornado. I'm talking about like, you know, hail and
yeah,
stuff
just
like that.
the 5-inch hail, you know.
Yeah, the 5-inch, you know, at maximum 5-inch hail. Oh, look north of Etowah. Look north of Etowah from velocities. It's doing the same exact thing that it did before when it was north of Jonesboro. It might be producing a tornado here near State Highway 77 here in a second. It might be trying on the backside here. It might be trying to do it again.
It's got a baseball-sized hail report out of Conway. Or something. Sorry, excuse me, Caraway.
Just got a 4-inch size hail report, or at least I just saw it here in Lake City.
Lake City, yep.
Yeah, I think it's starting to develop a new area of rotation on the backside here, north and west of Etowah. Because that's what it did before. It constantly created these new areas of rotation on the backside. It has an elf. It has an elf, Morgan. It has an elf.
And you said our knowledge wouldn't be useful.
Yeah.
Why you always lie? Okay.
Well, this is the one time I can actually use the knowledge that I have. Here's another video here of the cell. Another video.
Exit on I-555. Not a tornado warning currently as I'm recording this video, but in between lightning flashes, I've got some low clouds, a wall cloud, it looks like.
Yeah, there is a wall cloud there.
The Caraway area. Be very, very careful in the Caraway area. Of course, I'm pretty mobile at the moment, so not sure when service will let this video go through, but very, very lowering there off in the distance. I'm on I-555 north of the Painway exit, Highway 14, back up towards kind of between.
I don't think Etowah was producing.
Huh?
It's hard to say.
Well, I'm not using CC or ZDR.
I know I'm using base and I'm using velocities, reflectivity, and spectrum, but I don't think it's producing.
Yeah, latest scan came in for me. I don't see anything there. Yeah, Elf lost it too. So there could have been something brief then. There probably could have been something brief.
Yeah, it's possible. Just looking at radar presentation, it looks like it's deteriorating. It significantly. At least on the newest frames.
Well, that's what we said before, and then this is where we are now. So who knows if this thing is actually, you know, if it's going through a cycle process or if it's going to continue to, you know,
well, there's a giant storm developing on this western side of it, so that may be partially contributing to the issues.
Yeah, there's a lot of cumulus here. A lot of cumulus out in front of it that's continuing to try and spike up more and more. This is a heck of a supercell, though. My goodness. I still can't believe that thing produced 81 dBz. 81. All right. For the people who don't understand what dBz is and stuff like that, all right. dBz is basically when the radar looks, all right. It looks at the actual, you know, what the radar is giving it, the beams that are being sent out, and it's how much stuff is within a certain spot, okay? And in this instance here, all right, the higher and higher on the scale you go, the more intense it typically is. And when you get up into the browns up here, all right, that's when it is extreme, all right? Usually when it gets up to the teals, it's extreme, but in today's event, we got up to the browns, which is above that. And that right there, you know, is significant. That right there is significant. So, you know, that's kind of what we're just like, oh my goodness, this thing did that much stuff. You know,
I think this thing's turning into a hailer.
This thing has always been a hailer.
Full time, I mean. Ping pong ball sized hail, or excuse me, golf
Oh
balls.
my gosh, look at that maximum
Reported
expected hail
west of
size.
Etowah. Yeah, 3+.
Yeah,
Seeing
3+.
3.5 again.
I want to take a slice. I want to take a slice through the storm.
Oh my gosh, Nate.
I'm gonna take a slice.
That's a mistake.
What do
It's
you
a
mean that's a
mistake waiting
mistake?
to happen. You're gonna see
Oh my.
just pinks forever.
Oh my gosh. Look at the CC. The CC goes all the way up to Kingdom Come. ZDR is absolutely insane too. Yeah, oh my goodness. That's absolutely insane. I'm gonna try and continue to look out here. We're getting more pictures of hail. More pictures of hail. Lot of pictures of hail, I should say.
This storm is being choked.
Excuse me?
Huh?
That's in Walnut Ridge. Look at how much hail there is, guys. Look at how much hail there was from this thing.
It's snowing.
It literally looked like it could have been snowing for a considerable amount of time.
That could pass for the heaviest snow squall in recorded history.
Look at that. Big hailstone right there, too. What'd you say that would be? That's definitely larger than a golf ball. Maybe a tennis ball?
It can't see. Retweet it.
I did. Well, let's retweet it again. There you go. Another retweet.
My name is Nate, and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Probably tennis ball, maybe.
That's another hailstone. Look at how white that hailstone is, guys. And that's perfectly circular. That's like a golf ball, or basically a baseball in this instance. I mean, that is absolutely insane.
I sent you that one.
I didn't see it.
Dude, look in DMs above the vertical wind profile.
Oh, that's classic. Oh, look at this again. I know this looks... I know this is starting to get repetitive here, guys, but I mean, just look. Look at all this. It's just... There's so many people here that are reporting this same hail. This same thing. It's not just happening in one spot. It's happening in several. In several. That's the crazy thing here, guys. Is that it's happening in several. It looks like this storm continues to show off its outflow boundary, or its gust front. You can see this big bowing segment right within here. Big curling. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any other stuff that you guys have sent me. I really do appreciate you guys helping me send some stuff. I really do appreciate you guys sending stuff in to me on Twitter and stuff like that. If you guys live within these areas, all right, one thing I gotta say is no picture is worth your life, okay? So if you want to send in pictures, you can, all right? But you gotta consider your safety first. You gotta consider your safety first. Okay? But, I mean, my goodness, these hail reports across the board, it's exponential. It's exponential how much hail there is. And it's just... wow. Tanya, with the $9 super chat, thank you so much, I really do appreciate it. And then Joshy Boy with the 2, thank you so much, says, is Manila, Arkansas good for the night? Manila could get some significant hail. So that would be something to watch out for, in my honest opinion. I do think they could get some significant activity. This thing, once again, has over 75 dBz. If you guys ever hear me say over 75 dBz, know that's a lot of stuff. A lot of hail. All right, we can see that teal once again. Whenever we see that teal, whenever we see that sky blue, we'll say sky blue in this instance, or snow blue, all right, that's when you know there is a significant amount of hail within this area. Significant amount of stuff falling from the sky. All right, so if you're just tuning in here, we started the stream here with a tornado emergency that was issued from areas over here near Walnut Ridge and Black Rock, Imboden, all the way over to Cherokee Valley, or Cherokee Village, I should say. There was reports of damage from local media over there, of cars flipped across the board. There was a bunch of damage. Wedge tornado. Tin roof from house was blown across the street into the gas station, hitting the gas pump. That was from a train spotter. Tops of trees ripped off near Holmes and Highland. And then, of course, front of homes damaged and cars destroyed. And then there was some more reports of a confirmed tornado along 63 heading into Walnut Ridge. Portable buildings partially destroyed, scattered siding from structures and vehicles blown from the roadway. And then, of course, reports of cars flipped along 67 further along towards Walnut Ridge. So there was a significant situation ongoing. That same supercell now is starting to cross over I-55, heading off towards Tennessee. So if you live here along, U.S. Highway 61 here in Arkansas, U.S. Highway 61 near Wilson and Gritter, you need to take your proper precautions. All underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. And then this, of course, as I said, is heading to Tennessee. All right, this is going to cross over the Mississippi River. So if you live near Gilt Edge and Garland, as well as areas near Atoka and Covington, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions right now, underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. I think this thing might be trying to spin up again. I'm not completely sure. I see a lot of surging inflow winds coming in right now in a consolidated area of velocity right here. Maybe some sort of left flank velocity enhancement that's trying to rear its ugly head somewhere over here. Hard to tell at this moment, but one thing that I do notice right now is that this thing is still a bona fide supercell. You can see the rain wrapping around and all the significant pinks around it, indicating there's some significant amount of hail with this. And indeed there is. Look at this. On the maximum expected hail size indicator, we have some of the oranges and reds indicating above 2-inch size hail to even 3-inch size hail. Once we get to this red, these red colors here, that is some significant hail that is falling within this area. So over 3-inch size hail is possible. As a matter of fact, Morgan said it earlier. He stepped away for a second, but in Caraway, there was baseball size hail falling from the sky over there. And then further off towards the north and west in Lake City, there was 4-inch size hail, softball size hail falling from the sky. And if you can imagine, ice chunks the size of softballs falling from the sky, all right, that could, kill people. That can kill people. So that's the reason why we are trying to get this information out to more and more people, to as many people as possible. Because these same storms across the board could potentially be deadly to those caught without shelter. All right, that's the main wording from the National Weather Service every single time a tornado warning gets issued. All right, this could be deadly to those caught without shelter. And so that's the reason why we are live streaming here now, because we are still trying to get this information out to as many people as possible. If you have any pictures, all right, please send them to me. The link to my Twitter is in the chat right now, all right? But if you have any pictures, and you're safe, because no picture is worth your life, all right, please be sure to share it with me, all right? Let's see. Let's fix this here real quickly. I want to fix this up. Customization, slow mode, 10. There we go. Save. Boom. Made it so that spam is not allowed. Should be good. But yeah, this thing is surging a lot of strong damaging winds right now. Unsure as to whether or not there could be the potential for a tornado to form here near Gritter and Wilson, but we need to continue to watch out for this very closely. Something could try and spin up here. 100%. And I appreciate it. I see on my Twitter as well, a lot of people sending me pictures and sharing the live stream as well. They're sharing the live stream. They're copying the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. You guys are really helping me out get this information to more and more people.
Good search. Respond to 1610 Arrowhead Farm Road, Lot 30. 1610 Arrowhead Farm Road, Lot 30, in reference to a 44-year-old female fall with injury. Argon 12137.
Interesting. Once again, by hitting that thumbs up button down below, you actually help me get this out to more and more people on YouTube, essentially helping me spread information. I'm going to look into my messages here. Try and see if I can find some stuff. I don't see too much there. But yeah, the tornado warning storm right now is near Gritter, Osceola, Marie, and Wilson. That is where the tornadic rotation currently exists.
Arrowhead Farm Road, 1610 Arrowhead Farm Road, Lot 30, in reference to a 44-year-old female fall with injury, 2138.
Watch out for that on the backside too. Maybe a new area of rotation that's trying to develop along I-55. That's something to watch out for on the backside. Latest scan came in. Heavy amounts of hail still falling. I want to also put my radar back over to Tulsa. I want to see what these storms are doing. They are not in a good environment at all. They're going to be producing some significant amounts of hail here if these things continue to fire off. Let's go back to Memphis here. Jeez, yeah, all these reports here, guys. Look at this. All right, you see these reports here along the line. All these reports along the line. All these hail reports. All within the same cell. I'll just play the loop here for you guys. You can see report after report after report after report. This thing continued to produce, you know, report after report after report. There's so much stuff here that this thing has continued to just push on through. That's the crazy thing here. That's the crazy thing. Jay, it looks like Jay has became a tornado tracker, which is really appreciated. It's actually the second level of the membership now. It's a second level of the membership, believe it or not, which is $10 a month. You guys may be, wondering, well, how do you, what more stuff could you give to your members? To be honest, I actually was stumped on that too. But yeah, that's a new level. You guys get more content, surprisingly, if I can give content. So I'll be taking pictures of IRL stuff and whatnot, me doing random stuff, and even doing secret forecasts and stuff like that. So if you want to upgrade your membership from $5 a month to $10 a month, be my guest if you want to. Be my guest. But that's the new one. And Jay, thank you so much for becoming a member as well. Really does mean a lot. Ah, jeez, yeah, so much hail here still. Let's go back over. Ian with the tornado tracker, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. New tornado warning got issued. It's an extension.
Tornado warning for southwestern Mississippi County in eastern Arkansas, central Tipton County in western Tennessee, southwestern Lauderdale County in western Tennessee.
There it is. So Mississippi, Lauderdale, and Tipton counties. If you're in any of those counties, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. Robert with the tornado tracker, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, there's the new tornado warning that just got issued. I can see a lot of stuff starting to surge in here across the board. A lot of inflow bands, more or less. I actually do see a lot of inflow bands. So this is going to be interesting here as to how this thing continues to materialize. New scan came in. Heavy amounts of inflow coming in around the southern side here. Look at that. Very heavy amounts of inflow coming in on the southern side. So that is something to watch out for this. Yeah, if you know anyone who lives near Gilt Edge, all right, Gilt Edge. Areas over here in Gilt Edge, as well as Randolph, Drummonds, the Burleson areas, as well as Garland and Fulton. All right, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Underground or lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible, because the supercell, you know, is starting to, believe it or not, swallow the prefrontals. All right, this thing is swallowing the prefrontals, and it's actually helping aid the inflow, which is kind of surprising. Gabe with the tornado tracker, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So this is right along the border of Arkansas and Tennessee now. Once again, new tornado warning. So if you know anyone who lives in those areas that I just called out for, need to, you know, watch out for this very closely. Copy the link to the live stream, put it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so that we can continue to try and get this out to more and more people. And by hitting that thumbs up button down below, you actually help me get this out to more and more people on YouTube, essentially helping me spread the information, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to continue to get this information out to more and more people. So now this is crossing into Tennessee. I think I should probably update the status. I don't think that's how you spell. I think I messed that up. No, surprisingly, I spelled it correctly. There you go. I'm pretty surprised. But there we go. Now we have updated the graphic. And yeah, here we go. The velocities still show that this thing is really gusting out for the most part. This thing still shows that it's trying to gust out more and more. Oh, there's still so much hail with this. Oh my. Still so much hail. Is the storm going to Georgia? Georgia's not expected to be impacted today. So probably not. The storm will probably deteriorate before it gets to you. Yeah, this is a really interesting thing to note here, guys. This is from meteorologist Alex Libby. All right, here's the swath of the damage reports from the tornado extending from Cherokee Village all the way down to Walnut Ridge. That swath of those tornado reports extended for 36 miles. 36 miles. 36 miles, guys. They plan on doing a survey tomorrow. So we'll figure out to see if that thing was a tornado, a strong tornado, a weak tornado, if it even was a tornado. We'll see. Yeah, guys, this is, just a refresher here. This was another picture that was in the beginning of the day on the same storm. All right, here's the zoomed out image. You see the large wall cloud right within here. Pretty elevated, too. Pretty elevated wall cloud. And then you see a bit of a tail cloud, in my honest opinion. I think that's a little bit more of a tail cloud right within there. Heck of a storm, though. 100%. Is Muskogee, Oklahoma, in danger? Let me look up for that real quickly. I'll get you an answer. Is Whitehaven going to be okay? I believe, is Whitehaven in Tennessee? I'll take a look at that here in a bit. Because if I am going to try and get forecasts out for people, I am going to want to try and at least figure out where these places are. So if you are going to put, a name of a town and ask if it is okay, make sure you have the state with it too. Make sure you have the state with it too. Yeah, Jonesboro is a magnet. So Muskogee here in this instance is, kind of in the path of these storms. So I'd say right now they're fine. Right now they're fine. There could be some more showers and thunderstorms that could form and then produce some significantly large hail over here in, this general area of eastern Oklahoma. So I'd watch out for that. I'd watch out for that. Is Jackson, Tennessee in danger? As of right now, I don't believe so. I think these storms are, not in your general vicinity quite yet, but they can and they could. They could move on through and they could produce some large hail. So that'd be something to watch out for. Just got a report of a possible tornado between Kaiser and Marie. Exactly what we would have thought. On the backside there is the potential for, some form of spin up over here near Kaiser. And that would not be surprised in the slightest. Would not be surprised in the slightest if there was a brief tornado that formed right within that area. I would not be surprised. Yeah, I will be drinking water. There's your water. Yeah, Whitehaven, Tennessee. All right, perfect. Let me look over here real quickly. That's in Memphis. That's in Memphis. So that's South Haven. Whitehaven in itself is on the southern side as well, near South Haven. So you guys are getting some scattered showers and thunderstorms. For right now, I think you guys should be fine. I'll continue to update you guys as this continues to progress, however. Manila, Arkansas. Let's see what's going on over there. By the way, if I also skip over you, I apologize because there's also 1,100 other people that are currently, in the chat as well. So it seems as if Manila right now, they should be okay. They just got spared from the main part of the thunderstorm. It just went barely south of them. So I guarantee, if someone drove south on 77, they probably would be able to see some large hail sitting, large hailstones sitting in the ground right over there. But yeah, Manila right now, they're fine, all right? They could get some more cells that could move on through, maybe produce some large hail, but not as large as this supercell that just went on through into portions of the northeastern, portions of Arkansas. Not as large as the cell that went near Jonesboro and Walnut Ridge. Mini Stock with a tornado tracker. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And then Shell with the tornado tracker as well. That really does mean a lot to me. A lot of people upgrading, and I really do appreciate you guys upgrading. So now you're weather watcher. You were weather watchers. Now you're tornado trackers. And that really does mean a lot. Thank you. This thing might be trying to shoot out an elf again. Another left flank velocity enhancement, maybe a brief spin up along the areas near Gilt Edge. Watch out. Watch out very closely. Could be something that's over there. Would not be surprised if there was something over there. But yeah, this thing could be trying to create another area of rotation. Another area of rotation over here. And that would be near the Gilt Edge general vicinity. Sent me a picture from Salem, Arkansas. His yard looks like he got 2 inches of snow, but then he zooms in his large hail. Jeez. McGee, Arkansas. Let me take a look. Corinth, Mississippi, asking for a friend. There it is. They should be fine as of right now. Northern portions of Mississippi, they're kind of out of the risk at the moment. Let me look up.
Scan.
Yeah, it looks like an elf.
Fairly yeah, it is, but it's also fairly inconclusive in terms of like where it would actually be forming. Maybe the southern flank.
That's what I'm thinking. But these that's what
actually
I was saying.
A little bit of spectrum width.
That's what I was saying earlier, Morgan. Those cells out in front, if they try and merge with the RFD, you can get like a brief spin up. And that's the reason why there was a report. If you look back on I-55, there's a report of a possible tornado in between Kaiser and Marie. McGee.
See that, and then I see a lot of reports of stupidly large hail. So
yeah, I know,
yes.
right? McGee, I think they should be fine as of right now. There is some showers and thunderstorms that are going to be moving off through your general vicinity, but I don't foresee them getting as, significant of a storm that's over here north of Memphis that went through Jonesboro. So that should be fine. Is Mountain Home, Arkansas going to be hit by these storms? Let me take a look. I do think they will be getting some of this activity here. It'll be a lot later on this evening, but yes, I do believe they will be getting some of this activity. So I would watch out. Mountain Home is right over here. And eventually there will be more storms that'll form along the northern side of Arkansas. So that'll be something to watch out for. Robert R. with the 2 says, what is an elf? Good question. So for my newer viewers, the newer viewers of the stream, all right, we have got, there's this, well, I should say recent, but it was like a 2 to 3 year old research study that was conducted on supercells, all right? And they found that you can identify patterns within radar that helps you determine as to whether or not a storm could potentially be tornadic or if it could be tornadic. And basically what that's the interesting thing about that is that if you looked into how to, view radar, how to look at radar, all the latest videos of all how to, how to use radar, they're out of date. They're out of date. They're out of date by 10, 15 years. And so we're using the new information, the new research that was compiled by meteorologists, the Storm Prediction Center, and the National Weather Service to try and identify as to whether or not a storm could be tornadic or not. So an ELF is basically a air current. It's an identifiable air current that you can find on radar that follows along with the rain wrapping around on the southern side. And if you find that, if you try and figure out that as to where that is, you're able to determine as to where a storm, all right, where a storm could potentially form a tornado. And so what happens here is you have your air current, all right? You can't see velocities that are perpendicular to the radar. You can't see velocities that are perpendicular to the radar. But what you can do is you can see as to whether or not something is rotating. So let's picture it out right now, all right? We have reds moving away. We have greens moving towards, okay? But let's say, all right, we have this gray area right here, gray and red area. That's some very low velocities that are moving away, but the velocities could be moving left or right, and the radar wouldn't be able to know. You wouldn't be able to know if the radar is there and if the winds are strong in that general area. So what we can assume is that this area over here, this corner, is winds that are moving perpendicular to the radar, and then as it gets pulled down, of course, you see the winds that start to get stronger and stronger as they move closer and closer towards the radar. So that's what we're doing right now. We're trying to identify those characteristics And if we outline that same part, all right, we're going to outline the same part here again, right in there. Let's go back to reflectivity. That looks very close to a hook to me, guys. That looks very close to the hook to me. So you'll be able to learn that knowledge, all right? You'll be able to learn and figure out these patterns, all right, if you join the weather classes that I'm conducting on my Discord server. If you want, if you want to be able to get better in radar analysis or forecasting weather and stuff like that, in the link, the link that I just sent in the chat, that is the link to join the Discord server. All right. If you want to take a part of those classes, DM me as well. All right. The name of my Discord account is there as well. And we'll be able to get you into the classes so that you guys may be able to identify them too. And you can use the knowledge that that you just learned to, do whatever you may need to do. Spread information, identify things, who knows? You guys may be able to be better than, meteorologists at identifying these things. We don't know until you join. So feel free to do so. As we will be running them in the Discord server. So just verify your account and then accept the terms of service by going to the rules tab, hitting that checkmark button, and you'll be good. You'll be good to go. Let's go back to the cell in Memphis. Let's see. Terracotta, thank you so much for becoming a weather watcher. Really do appreciate it. Terracotta with the weather watcher really does mean a lot to me. And yes, becoming members, memberships is the best way to support my channel. I just added a new level and stuff like that. I decided to, put in new levels and stuff like that so that if people want to support more, they can. But it's just, memberships, it's a monthly payment or a monthly subscription, I should say. You get additional content and whatnot, and it helps me out, helps you out if you want to continue to get more information. It's a win-win. Morgan, look at the hook of this thing right now if you're still with me. Look at the hook of this thing right now. This thing is trying. That elf might be
fairly weak. Fairly weak velocities, though.
That's fine. The velocities can be fine, but if you have the presentation right there, all you need is just a little bit of convergence, and you got something. Which brings me to the storm. The thing is, I don't know if it's gonna.
The thing is, I don't know if it'll have that momentary convergence because it literally has a couple moments to produce, if it will.
Only issue that I have with that statement there, Morgan, you're forgetting about the storms out in front of it that could merge. That's your convergence. If this thing doesn't have the energy that it has right now, it could potentially take that convergence. It could hypothetically take that convergence and produce a brief spin up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing going to be on the ground for a long period of time, if anything. And newest frame is fairly supportive of my belief.
What, from velocity perspective or reflectivity perspective?
Reflectivity perspective.
I still see a very well pronounced RFD though. That's what I see as the main part.
That barely counts as an RFD. It's a cluster that is in the shape of an RFD. And if you look at velocities, they just broadened. So that's kind of my thing here. You got a lot of crap out in front of it, and the storms are merging into the area that a tornado would form. So yes, the structure's there, but it's momentary.
Morgan, time out. Do I have to come over there and be your eye doctor? Do I have to be your eye doctor real quickly? What is this?
What are you referring to?
Go to base velocity for me for a second.
Okay.
Did they not only just get stronger, but they also consolidated more, and you have a more well-pronounced elf on the northern side?
What's your new frame?
3 flat.
You need to get your eyes checked or go to a lower tilt.
I'm at 0.5 right now.
So where do you see it consolidating?
Burleson, I see a more enhanced elf on the northern side connecting from Garland to Burleson, and then you can see the enhanced area.
It's not enhanced, it's the same it was, but continue.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was.
This velocity spec right here is 28 If you go over to the new scan
Went
right
from
here.
28 to 28.
Yeah.
Huh.
But notice how it's a bit further south, and notice how it's in the shape of an elf now officially.
It's
Look at
in the
that.
shape of an elf, but the rotation itself broadened.
Well,
End of discussion.
The thing of it is that you remember what the research said, right? If you see the elf, after the elf comes the tornado. After that becomes the rotation. All right? So it's not what happens now. It's not what happens now. It's what happens later.
The later already happened, though, prior to this whole
Not on my screen.
shebang. Yeah, this thing, the new reflectivity frame just said, no.
Oh, this thing.
So,
there goes that inflow notch.
Yeah, blob. Like I said. Yeah.
I need to see the new.
For them to issue another. Find it hard for them to issue another tornado warning for this, especially considering the more crap environment that it's heading into in terms of thermos. Yeah, newest frame says
I need to see the new velocity frame here because you keep getting it like a second earlier.
Elf got weaker.
Oh, but the actual rotation got stronger.
No, it didn't, and it got more broad.
The area in Burleson went from 25 to 29. I'm telling you, Morgan. It's gonna happen.
17 on 29. No, there's no spectrum width to back up your claim. There was more.
I'm telling you, this thing is gonna try and consolidate. By the
Either way,
this
folks,
banter...
find it hard. Either way, folks, find it hard to believe that there's going to be another tornado warning issued imminently for the areas of Covington and all that.
Yeah, that right there I can kind of agree with. Although rotation, rotation is rotation in my honest opinion. So if they do issue a new tornado warning, then, there you go.
You could have said that to my funnel cloud that I got yesterday.
Yeah, well, did they do that? Did that report come back? Is there any damage on that?
The Bergenfield thing did, yes.
Is that a tornado?
Need to look. I haven't actually looked at it, but...
Yeah, by the way, the banter right here is us trying to figure out what's going on. So that's healthy for us. That's healthy for us right now. All right. Right now, we're trying to figure out what the storm is doing. So we're bantering with each other.
We're chipping at each other so that we can get our own thoughts.
Yeah, because that's what we're trying to do.
So we can try and see two perspectives.
Yeah.
The entire thing it's a blob.
Of course it's a blob.
And everything died. Yeah, new velocity frame says no.
Ouch. That kind of just did flop.
Yeah, huh. Didn't think so.
Then if it did produce a tornado, it was in the previous scan. But it was weak.
Like bird fart.
Yeah.
Folks, that's probably it for the tornado threat for at least the next short period. What is... Huh? What is that cell along 49 doing?
The one near Fisher and Hickory Ridge?
Yeah, what is...
It is a bros debate. It is. Meanwhile, the storm chasers in Oklahoma, from what I've heard, are intercepting McDonald's. They just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for it instead of tornado warning. What's the, can you send me a VWP of this environment here real quickly? What's happening right now?
I'm gonna predict it's gonna be crap. That is my prediction, folks. And survey says a little bit worse than earlier.
Just a little teeny bit?
There you go.
Oh, that's linear.
Yes.
That is linear.
That probably does it here, folks.
For this cell, probably. Especially with all the other thunderstorms forming now here. Probably. I'm trying to look here. Man, there's a reason why all of this is rain wrapped, though. Look at that. Notice how the 3 to 6. I'm gonna pull this up here for you guys here real quickly, so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. All right, this is the hodograph of the environment. What this basically shows you is the wind profiles from the ground all the way up. All right, so here is the origin. If you're going up, you're going north. If you're going left, you're going west. If you're going right, you're going east. If you're going down, you're going south, okay? Or at least that's where the wind is, all right? So southern winds, northern winds, western winds, eastern winds, all right? Stuff like that. You have your stuff that comes down here, all right? Starts at about, I'd say, 10 knots, moving north, curls up to more northeasterly shear at 1 kilometer. At 2 kilometer, it's kind of east-northeast. 3 kilometers, still east-northeast. 4 kilometer, it's very east-northeast, and then it just goes down easterly shear, and then southeasterly shear, all right? Now, if you guys notice how that hooks around just like that, it's very similar, all right? Very similar, not identical, but very similar, all right? If I pull up, you know, say a said supercell that occurred, you know, like an hour ago, you can see that hook is very similar if we overlap it to what that thunderstorm did, all right? So that actually represents as to what these thunderstorms would look like in this environment. And so now we're showing it right now here. We're going to try and see as to how this is representing itself with our hodograph. That's pretty accurate as to what's going on here with the storm. That's pretty accurate. And you notice here, on the, yeah, that is really accurate with what's going on. You notice all these little smaller thunderstorms here, guys, that they're like this, all right? You notice how they're kind of like a line here that's going from top left to bottom right, just like that, every single time. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that is because of the upper levels here of the storm. The upper levels of the storm, when you have a thunderstorm that forms it, you know, brings up the rain from the updraft and then it shoots it out like a little tail, okay? That's what all these little storms are doing. It's from that upper level wind shear. So that's kind of something interesting to note here as this continues to move on through. So that's something interesting that I was looking at. What the heck was that?
Major announce is 1670 Hill Park Cove, 1670 Hill Park Cove. It's going to be in reference to a smoke alarm.
Smoke alarm? Oh, well, that's not helpful anymore. I guess we can turn that off now. Because that's not really too helpful. See that one photo of the wedge from the Torii earlier? No way it was that large. It's gotta be rain wrapped, right? That's what I'm assuming. I didn't think it was... So, to me, it didn't seem extremely large. To me, it didn't seem extremely large. You know, if there was a tornado in that video, like what convinced me, I would say it was probably about, like, you know, half a mile-ish. I mean, to people, that may be large, and it is large. It is large. But to what other people were saying to that extent, didn't really see it. Didn't really see it all too much. So that's kind of the reason why I was like, eh. A lot of people sent me stuff on Twitter, so let's take a look and see what you guys sent me. Yeah, look at all these hail. Look at these hail photos. Oh my goodness. More large hail. Yeah, look at that. This right here could have been the tornado. Look at that. This was at 8:39 Central, outside the West Side High School, looking northeast. Or at least it says here he was looking northeast. Yeah, that could have been the tornado right there. 100%. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Would not be surprised at all if that was the case. What radar am I using? I'm using GR2 Analyst. And sometimes I use Radar Omega, which is a lot cheaper. Yeah, the tornado warning has been canceled, so that's the good news here. There's a special weather statement for the cells in Okmulgee. Or a special weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll continue to socialize and watch these cells as they continue to materialize more and more. Oh, wow. Yeah, that kind of looks like it was snowing. Oh, look at all the damage from the hail. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Dark Dragon of the Never, thank you so much with the tornado tracker. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, look at all the damage there. And that's all from hail. That's all from hail. I mean, wow. I can't believe that actually was a thing. I'm just kind of, flabbergasted. It looks like a war zone almost. Like something you would see out of a movie. Let me see this. That's pretty crazy right there. Here's another video that sell. This was Walnut Ridge. It may be plastic, but most siding is plastic.
That's on the ground where me and Tanner fishes at. Hope it don't take all the bass out of there. Well, probably time to go back inside.
I get about a degree in atmospheric science. Just going to Storm Chaser school. Chase was a recommendation. I highly recommend going to school first. Going to school probably would be a good idea. Fix that. 'Cause it probably would be good. Now, what you could do as well, if you want to just do the Storm Chaser route, all right? I'm multitasking, so give me a second here. Bear with me, I should say. But if you want to go the Storm Chaser route, okay, first off, you need a lot of camera equipment and whatnot. But second off, what you could do, well, obviously you need a car, donut.
That's you need a car that's not going to be prone to strong damaging winds. That's one thing.
Yeah. What you could do as well is you could become a spotter. You could become a spotter and be able to identify as to what stuff, you could use. What information you may use in order for you to be able to figure out as to what is what. So, I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. But that's kind of what my idea would be for, you know, going into meteorology. Is either go to school or you try to become a spotter, and then you go to the spotter route, chaser route, get a lot of camera equipment and whatnot. So there's only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings at this time. Only 2. New mesoscale discussion has been issued. Severe threat is likely to continue. An isolated tornado threat is possible, along with wind damage and large hail. Very large hail will be possible as well. A new weather watch has been issued to account for that. And that's the new severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Now, we're not going to be up until then. All right, but we will be up for a little bit longer.
Probably the top of the hour, maybe.
Top of the hour, maybe, you know,
Maybe
11:30 Central. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think we need to be up that long. I really don't. What are you? Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Pocahontas. Go look.
Which, is that the,
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, where is that? Oh, that's all the way up there. Bro, there ain't no radar near that. There's no way I'm gonna be able to figure... Also, look back at that old Supercell again. Try and figure out what's happening with that, because I do see a little teeny bit of rotation.
It's very minuscule.
It's... yeah.
It's... yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that sound Pocahontas is, that actually might be worse off than our Supercell here. That thing is having a whale of a time.
Got some elevated rotation.
Yeah.
Got some hail.
I'm so glad we did this emergency thing. I did it as quickly as possible. Chaser reported that there was heavy damage behind the tornado emergency. Not like, you know, catastrophic damage, but there was damage.
I mean, tornadoes do damage.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think we've all learned. And that's the reason why we all try and, you know, get the information out whenever any sort of rotation happens and they look like they could
really, a tornado of any strength does damage.
That's
doesn't
the big
matter.
thing. Cough, cough.
Bergenfield.
What is the latest scan? Of the Supercell?
Yeah, I got nothing.
What is the reflectivity? Look at that!
Got an impromptu inflow notch because velocity says no you.
This thing, Morgan, it's, I hate to say it. All right? But it looks like it's trying to put out a rinky-dink.
New scan will probably be done in the new scan. Because there's stuff coming up behind it. It's going to absorb backwards.
The only thing I gotta say, though, only thing I gotta say with that is that that could actually enhance the spin because whirlpooling effect. So we don't want, as long as it's like north of the rotation, you know, if there's actually goes into the RFD that way.
Okay, that's CC. That's not okay. Do not scare me like that. Jesus.
What, did you think it was?
Look at CC.
Yeah,
and look
CC,
at Z
that's
hard boot. Look
heck
at
of an inflow notch, bro.
It's like a wedge.
That's, you know, that's a little scary. But luckily, that's not on the ground.
Because we know what we're talking about.
Oh, you can only hope.
That's rude.
Everyone has placed their faith on us. We gotta know. We gotta hope that we know what we're talking about. This thing continues. Oh, that's an elf. Look at that, chat. That is a classic elf. You see how that slices through just like that? See how that slices through just like that? That is an elf. You have winds perpendicular to the radar that goes all the way down here, and then the velocities spin up just like that. That is a classic elf. That is, wow. That's a heck of a elf right within there. Heck of an elf.
Nate, check DMs.
There it is. I still
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm also...
Oh, have to do the daily check. Going, doing it.
Morgan?
What?
The
That thing
O's...
produces him jumping.
No.
Did they beat the Yankees?
May or may not have walked it off.
The New York Yankees just lost to the 2022 Baltimore Orioles. The 110 loss Baltimore Orioles. Oh. Excuse me?
That velocity still tells me that this thing is trying. Okay, stop. Can it just...
Hey, Nate.
Can it just go away?
Consider multiple followings.
What am I considering? What do I have more to consider? What is that? Well, of course, it's from... Oh, no, wait, it's GFS. That's on the 27th?
Yep.
Morgan, can you tell it to go away?
Oh. It'll be raining here. That's what it's saying, basically. That's nice.
Latest velocity scan
lukewarm.
came in. Looks a little linear.
You think?
Looks a little linear. Looks like the elf has not fully translated. You can still see the elf there. All right, guys. You can still see the elf right within there. Okay? Only issue is that if we draw a line here, it looks like it's linear. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me.
I didn't realize this. Nate, this was one of the past model runs on that day. Just
Excuse me?
it's one of the past model runs. The strange thing is that it's actually kind of consistent on some sort of some sort of coastal system being in our region that day, which is not fun.
What happened to the Death Ridge?
It's still there. 100% still there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Did Austin Hayes really get both of the runs? Are you serious? That's it. Put it down.
The New York Yankees.
Hey, listen. All I gotta say is that when I go to the game tomorrow, I better have a win. We better have a win.
Austin Hayes didn't get either of the runs, actually. He had 2 hits and no ribbies. It was Jorge Mateo, whoever that is, and then Ramon Arias.
Well, no, he got the run, so he scored runs.
Oh. Well, okay.
But that's the weird thing that I'm saying. Yeah, Mateo, he's a speedster.
Your bullpen gave up nothing at all.
Against that lineup, ayo, let's go.
Anthony Rizzo had no hits.
Unfortunate. Yeah, now we need a grill on fire at this point. The grill needs to be on fire.
Aaron Judge was sitting tonight? What?
All right. So yeah, that's pretty linear there. Go back to the cells.
Hey Nate, you want to laugh?
I
think Aroldis Chapman gave up the game-winning run.
No, he didn't.
He did.
I don't think so.
That's what... It was the last pitcher on my screen.
That's strange. Then, I guess he did, but... yeah, so we're gonna be on here for just a little tad bit more. Little tad bit more just to try and see. Probably until the top of the hour. I think the top of the hour is fine, Morgan.
Hmm.
And then we'll consider the following.
Yeah, we will. I do think that would be the wise choice.
I'll talk about what's going on in my life tomorrow.
I'm aware.
Let's get the data up here. Hopefully we'll be able to pull something up.
Oh, I have to check the weather for tomorrow.
Do I watch football? Any football that matter? Yeah, my favorite team's the Baltimore Ravens. Morgan, go away.
Your Baltimore
you like the
Ravens
Giants.
that will lose to the New York Giants in this upcoming season.
It's not going to happen. Morgan and I are going to go to
And
the
what
same
if it
game.
does? And
Morgan
what if it does?
Then I will eat my foot. But
Okay.
But yeah, Morgan and I are gonna go to that game. Who knows? I might even bring my GoPro, Morgan, and I'll have it connected to the seat in front of us, and it'll literally just be our reactions the entire time.
Who knows if the seat in front of us is going to be open, though?
Dude,
Gotta bear in mind where we sit and bear in mind where this team's at.
Morgan,
We've clinched. Everyone's going to want to be at games before they get into the playoffs, because then it's going to be expensive.
they're not gonna clinch. All right, just go away.
The Rangers already did clinch.
That's the Ranger. No, I was talking about the Giants-Ravens game. That's the topic that we were on.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Rangers game that you were coming to.
No.
Oh. Yeah, well, nah.
And there's like 80,000 seats there. It's not like every single person's gonna sit in it. Can I check Corning, Arkansas? Yes, I can.
82,500, gosh. What?
I sure can, Sauce Boss. Let's go take a look. Have you guys, by the way, I just want to say this here real quickly. We have grown. We live stream for 2.5 hours, and we're at 31,172 subscribers. All right, that's pretty insane. All right, good for you all for continuing to help me grow this channel. Because the more people we have, then the more information we can get out to people. All right, that is the thing that we are trying to do. We're trying to get more and more information out to as many people as possible. And you guys are helping us out with that. So thank you so much. So Corning, that is in the northern side of Arkansas. Let us take a look. It's in a book, The Reading Rainbow. Corning's just getting scattered showers and thunderstorms at this time, so I wouldn't be too concerned as of right now. There's numerous thunderstorms that are over here south of Jackson. That's going to be interesting. How many members did I get? I got two new members, and then I got people who ended up becoming tornado trackers instead of weather watchers. So how my membership works is how I have two levels. I have a weather watcher, which is $5 a month. It's the affordable one for everyone. And I try to make sure that I put as much perks as I can for that one as well, because I want everyone to kind of like get a lot of stuff. All right. If they're going to, if there's going to be something else that's going to be added, then there's just going to be like one or two things that are going to be added, but it's still going to be a lot of stuff that they're going to get. So it's just, whatever they feel like pitching in, they pitch in. But I got two new members here today, I believe. And then I got a bunch of people who upgraded from weather watchers to tornado trackers. And I need, you know what, guys? If I decide to add in another membership thing, I need a new catchy name. I have like weather watcher, and then I have tornado tracker. All right. So what should be the next one?
Just listen to.
No, Morgan. The last time I listened to you, it turned out to be a bad idea. So
when was the last time you listened to me?
When we played Royale.
Oh.
So,
okay.
So I love how he's like, yeah, that's me. That's on me. Hurricane Hunters, there it is.
Hey.
Hurricane Hunters. That's classic.
My new thing is working.
Yeah, Hurricane Hunters is not bad. I mean, it's stolen, but it's true. Hurricane Hunters. That's not bad. Someone said El Reno. Morgan. That's amazing. Yeah, Hurricane Hunters, that's actually really good. I like that a lot.
The Trenton Tornadoes.
Go away, Morgan.
Gotta love the New Jersey tornadic activity. Gotta love it.
Mesomaniacs is not bad, actually. Mesomaniacs is not bad. I actually like Mesomaniacs. I might actually rename Tornado Tracker to Mesomaniacs, and then if I do another one, I put that as Tornado Tractor. Tornado Tractor, there it is. It's a tractor that is a tornado. There it is. But Tornado Tracker there. Hail Hunters, Hurricane Hunters, not bad. That's flexible. Skycam Stalkers, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That right there is quality. Quality. Supercell Soldiers, that's not bad too. I like that a lot.
Do you want to know what else is quality?
Hold up, let me write this down. Bunch of ideas. All right, so we have Hurricane Hunters, Mesomaniacs, Mesomaniac, let's Cyclone. Let's do Mesocyclone Maniac. Or, nah, Mesomaniac sounds good. Mesomaniac. People like Supercell Soldiers, too. Supercell Soldiers. That's pretty good. Wedge Waifus, that I've got to bring that back. Consider the Core, that's pretty good. Weather Weenies. Weather Weenies, I think, is taken. Stormtroopers, I haven't seen that one until now. A lot of people, I'm looking over that. Stormtroopers is not a bad idea. Yeah, some people are saying that. That's pretty good. What else is the ones that I saw? Why not do a vote? Well, this is just general ideas to have, and then I'll look over it. Probably not. Well, I mean, we'll have to see. I still need to create something there for it. All right, let's look back at some of the ideas here. Thunder Thumpers, that's not bad. Yep,
Hey,
the
Nate.
grill fires. The grill fires.
Fires. Oh my gosh. Would you like to hear my rock solid evidence for why New Jersey is turning into the new Tornado Alley?
Morgan, don't make me mute you.
Would you like my evidence?
Don't make me mute you. Please don't do this.
There have been 5 significant...
Alright, I've done it. I've done it. That's it. That's it. I'm done. Not listening to that. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. You can go away. I'm not willing to go through. Oh, it's gonna happen. No, go away. Tornado Alleys is not bad. The Weasters, my goodness. Yeah, okay, Morgan. The Great Grillers. Alright, I'm gonna put like 1 or 2 more on here. And then it should be good. I'll have my ideas if I want to expand. Microburst Masters. Oh boy. Microburst Masters. There it is. Yeah, the grill fires. So the thing of it is for the people who weren't a part of my live stream or a part of my channel, really, by I'd say, what was it, late April last year, May, there was like this tornado emergency for Tupelo, Mississippi. And law enforcement reported that there was like a fire. They looked at it a little bit closer and then it was like, oh, it's just a casual grill fire. And so it was just like, oh, well, that could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. And so at the end of the stream, we were like, well, at least the grill wasn't on fire this time. All right, you're alive, Morgan.
Yeah, frickin' thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's enough. We got a bunch of ideas. Appreciate you all. That's really good ideas, too.
This is why we do not become a wedge waifu with Nate Snyder.
There it is. Evan, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Mini Stock with another 5. Thank you so much. So welcome to Tornado Alley. Dude, that's what we should name. That's what we should name our community. Every single live stream, I'm going to open up with, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Tornado Alley. And that should be the name of our community.
Wait,
Tornado Alley.
Nate. Okay, never mind, actually. I was going to say, I think there's something, I thought there was something developing.
Welcome to Tornado Alley. That's amazing. That might actually
Nate,
work.
Nate,
what?
Something's happening. Something's happening.
Yeah, you.
Cherry Valley.
Cherry Valley. Where is that at? Oh, that thing. That is rotating, isn't it? I don't know what... I don't foresee it to do too much, maybe? Because I think that's the remnants of the cell that was over in Bradford.
I mean, kind of.
Let's see, what's the environment? 2,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE. That's a check. 266 storm relative helicity from 0 to 1. That's a check.
And 60 knots of eastbound shear.
Is Twist of Fate going away then? No. Twist of Fate, that Discord server, listen, alright? That is a Discord server that I'm going to continue to be a part of until Kingdom Come, alright? I'm saying our YouTube community here, alright? What we shall call ourselves, or at least the coverage that we'll have, is Tornado Alley. That is what we'll have. And you know what? You know what would be pretty cool? If we had an intro, you know, so like the starting stream graphic or whatnot, so we have that there. And then whenever we switch from this graphic, all right, to this graphic here, it says, you know, it like pops up something like that with like a cool graphic, maybe a radar spinning around, and it says, welcome to Tornado Alley, and then it spins off to over here. That might actually be pretty cool. That might actually be pretty cool.
I swear. Is this actually tornadoing?
Are you tornadoing?
There may or may not be a ZDR column where the velocities couplet on the Cherry Valley storm.
Morgan. Chapman didn't give up a hit in the 11th. It was a,
Did he walk the bases loaded?
Yeah.
Oh my. Aroldis Chapman is such a great pitcher, I swear.
Here, I'll give you a link. You can kind of see here on the side. And you can even see the Yankees fans leaving all upset and stuff. Final in 11. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that cell definitely is rotating, but I don't see too much from it.
Yeah, Aroldis.
Yeah, we looked at Cherry Valley. We did.
You're looking at the comments, Nate. Can't get a hit with runners in scoring position? Take 3 walks instead. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Hey. That's how it.
Hey,
That's
Nate,
how it
go
is.
Rockies. I think the Rockies are beating the Cubs right now. Mason was talking about considering the following about it.
I'll look at it a little bit
Cubs.
later.
They are losing 6-4.
Bro, are these storms like crawling in Okmulgee, or are they just, you know?
It's just a figment of your imagination.
They're doing stuff. That's classic.
They kind of are dragging, actually. Daniel Shaw's on them. They're so isolated.
Storm Benders. Rockies are up 6-4. Sheesh. That's unfortunate. Oh, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for that cell now. Well, not the Cherry Valley one, although Cherry Valley might actually produce a tornado, which is kind of funny. But there's a severe thunderstorm warning for the cell in Whiteville. And it's not even for the Supercell anymore. It's for another cell. It's a cell of a cell.
The cell of a cell of a cell of a cell?
The cell of the cell, and the cell and cell.
Selma?
Anyways. Is it my bedtime? Not yet. I usually stay up until like, 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'm prone to... I'm prone to sleep totally. Totally.
Cape bombs? Okay.
The Cape bombs. There it is. Hey, look, all I'm gonna say is that Salado cell, you know, the Texas environment was heavily overshadowed by, you know, the Iowa environment. So that's gonna be something interesting, you know, until Kingdom Come, more or less. But it was pretty interesting. It's really interesting, to say the least. I still can't believe that Supercell, regardless if it produced a tornado, it had 81 dBz. 81 dBz, Morgan. Guarding the Tory issued in Arkansas earlier. This image taken by Michael Davis shows just because there's a highly visible wedge or crazy CC drop on radar doesn't mean that there isn't a tornado. National Weather Service 100% made the right safe call here, which I agree. Rather be safe than sorry in those instances. You never count Iowa out of Tornado Alley. Iowa has some weird stuff, though. I will say that much. Lot of hail, lot of hail, lot of hail. I wonder something here real quickly, chat. I want to see if I can find... Oh, of course, my mouse is going to start to kind of malfunction a little bit, which is nice. So that's not really helping all too much. But we do have a camera in Corinth, and we do have a camera, or at least not in Corinth, but like to the east of Corinth. We also have a camera in Jackson, too. That was weird. Rain just came out of nowhere. Hail emergency at least. Yeah, I know, right? Dude, that cell was the craziest thing I think I've seen in a long time. Thing just kind of went. Oof. So yeah, I think that was that. Am I gonna make a mod application for YouTube? Yeah, I am. I probably should put that in here soon. Probably should. Probably should, but I just haven't been working on it. Yeah, Corinth was okay. Corinth is okay. They just got general showers and thunderstorms they're gonna move on through. I'm watching that over there near Whiteville. That's gonna be interesting. Sheesh. So yeah, I think we're gonna end this here. Next couple of minutes, something like that. I don't see too much. Don't see too much here for us to really be concerned about. One thing I do want to say. All right, for us doing emergency coverage, didn't expect us to grow. You know, with a few extra 100 subscribers. That really does mean a lot. The fact that we gained as much as we did. You know, we got the information out to as many people as possible. So, you know, I really do appreciate you guys. I really do. I think we were one of the first ones on YouTube to cover it. And so, yeah, it means a lot. It really does. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, because it is well worth it in my honest opinion if you want weather analysis and radar and stuff like that. Look at all this hail. Tennis ball sized hail. Tennis ball sized hail and golf ball sized hail. That's absolutely insane. That was over in Lake City. My goodness. But yeah, if you did enjoy the live stream, please consider to leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. And turn on notifications. Share this with friends and family and on social media if you feel like, you know, this channel could be helpful to other people, or if you think that people would enjoy this type of content. Follow me on social media. Links will all be in the description down below. If you haven't already, please be sure to become a member. All right, because memberships are very helpful to my channel. April, rain and sunshine with the 20. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. Everyone say thank you to April for the 20. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. I think we're gonna get out of everyone else's hair. I think most of the event is more than likely gonna be a wind event. A wind and hail event, actually. But I think the immediate tornado threat is over with right now. So I think we should be good. Mark with the 10. Everyone say thank you to Mark. Really does mean a lot to me as well. If you have any questions, all right, last thing, if you have any questions, do not be afraid to get in contact with me. All right, whether it's on Discord, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Instagram or Snapchat, I don't care. All right, if you need to get in contact with me, I will eventually, keyword eventually, because there's some instances where I can't respond immediately. I will eventually get back to you. So, please be sure to do that. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. My name is Nate. That was Morgan, although I think he just came back, so.
Hi.
There you go. We'll catch you guys we'll catch you guys in the next event, which could very well be on Sunday night. Could be. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully we get a day at least, though.
Oh yeah, hopefully we get a day. I really do not want to live stream tomorrow because I got things to do.
Yeah.
But, yep. Rebecca with the 20, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Tamara with the 10, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Everyone say thank you to Rebecca and Tamara
You're welcome.
before we leave. Jeez. People are not gonna let me leave. They're gonna thank you, Holly, with the 10. Holly with the 10. I really do appreciate it. Everyone say thank you to Holly. I'm not leaving until we all say thank you, because we all got to thank our supporters and stuff like that. Really does mean a lot.
Do you like my train, Nate?
Yeah, clearly train. But yeah, tomorrow, Rebecca, Holly, Mark. Really doesn't mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. All right, everyone say thank you. Everyone said thank you. Now we can go. Take care, everyone. I will try and upload a video afternoon tomorrow. I'll try. Maybe in the evening. But otherwise, that should be
train.
Yeah, thank the train. Let's see. Tomorrow. Come on. Everyone say thank you to Tamara again. Say... You guys are driving me insane. Mini stock with the 20. Thank you so much. All right, come on. I just want to yell at Morgan. All right, that should be it. I think it should be all.
Hurry.
Yeah, hurry. All right, thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.